Hey guys, Sohini here. Sorry I had to go around my cat who is in the video today because we are going to make my cat food. So, what do we have? We have sardines. These are in water and unsalted, wild caught. I have 7 of these in the bowl and they're already mashed up. Next, I'm going to take quinoa that I already cooked, and it just has a little bit of salt in it. So each spoonful is a half a cup. So I'm going to count because I just eyeball it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that's 3 cups of quinoa. Now I'm going to see if I have to add and some more later. Okay, so I'm going to mix that all up, and I'm going to add my chopped cilantro. This is fresh cilantro, organic, that I got at the supermarket. Now if you don't have cilantro, you can put some parsley in it. So I'm going to put basically like a half a cup. Now I'm going to fill them up in these jars and then freeze half of them, and the other half I'm going to put in the refrigerator as it stays fresh. So I'm making a month's work. This is probably the longest recipe I'll ever have you make in your entire life, but it's a month's worth and it's totally worth it to feed your cats natural homemade food. Now may I add, check with your vegetarian, check with your veterinarian, and make sure that you're putting the right things. I don't want to be responsible for anyone's loved ones, and so I'll show you what I do, okay? And I've been doing this for years, and they're still alive, and right here, huh? Yeah, she's waiting patiently, which is pretty unbelievable. So I'm going to put a half a cup, 1 and 2. Then I'm going to have some fresh carrots. These are grated carrots from the farm. Now usually I put boiled carrots in. Today I didn't boil them, and I'm going to try something different. Let's see the experience. Now this is just 1 carrot, 1 big carrot. So I'm going to put some of that in. And that's basically all for the ingredients. Now you can add celery, raw celery or cooked celery. You can add some broccoli. What else could you add? Maybe a little bit of kale. That's a very difficult thing for cats to eat, but you know, if you just put a little bit and then work up to a little bit more. Basically, that's about it. Now I'm going to mix this up. And then I already put some salt in the quinoa. I don't need any more salt. There's plenty of salt in all the rest of the things like the sardines, and carrots have natural salt. And so, of course, I'm going to put a dab of my turmeric. Always have to put that in everything. And then I have some vitamin C powder. Now, there's 2 types of vitamin C. You want to get the one that says as ascorbic acid. It is metabolized differently. So I'm going to put, now if you get this, and it comes with a little baby teaspoon or whatever it is, you're going to put, let me count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them, because I'm going to make 6 of these. You don't need a lot of this, so you don't want to overdo it. That's what I put in. I'm going to say it again. Check with your veterinarian and make sure that what you're doing is proper and you're getting sufficient nutrition and things like that. So this is what I do. Now I just picked this up. This is Flora Udo's Choice. It's dietary supplement, and basically has lots of seeds in it. Flax seeds, sunflower seeds, and sesame seed, things like this. Why not? I'm going to put 1 and 2. That's 2 tablespoons, not much. I don't know if my cats are gonna like this, but I'm gonna give it a try. And also another great thing what I do is I put seaweed in it. So you know that square seaweed you get for sushi? I take that out, put it on the stove and the gas flame, and I crisp it, and then I can crunch it up and sprinkle it in. If I don't put it on the gas stove, it's not as easily crunchable to put on. And yes, I make up words. So next I have taurine. That is good for cats, and it's in meat. So I am not really giving my cats raw meat, which is pretty good for them, but I just don't do it. So I'm going to put 4 of them because I'm thinking half a serving, and this is 2 servings, so 4 of them. All right, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I was reading up on taurine, and it's good for like epilepsy and nerve-related disorders. So I'm going to put that in and mix it all up. Now you want to make sure it's nicely dispersed, so mixing it up is very, very important. Now I'm going to put some olive oil to bind it. Not much. Actually, this, I would put a little bit more, but it ran out, so whatever you have. It's not 100% necessary, but it's good, and make sure your olive oil is good quality. For you and your cats and anyone on this planet, good oil is super important. Now I'm going to get some filtered water to make this more of a wet food, which is very good for digestion. Those hard, little crumbly foods that you get in the bag that most dogs and cats eat, the nibbles, that's very drying for the cat, and it's also very filled with carbohydrates and sugars, and it's addictive. If you notice, cats are addicted to those things, and a lot of cats nowadays are super obese because God knows what they put in those stuff. You know, I've heard euthanize cats and dogs, but you know what? Let's not go there. In the wet food I'm talking about, the canned wet food that, yeah. Do some research, I'm telling you. That's what they were feeding cows, euthanized cats and dogs, until the big scandal came out on Oprah. Look it up. So, that's another discourse, but we're done. We are done. And also, a very good tip. Getting this transition, you want to add some of those nibbles into this food. Maybe like 2 cups, so a container full, and mix that up in it. And so it's easier for them to accept this new food, and it works. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to jar it, and it's ready. And I'm so proud of my little babies. They didn't even jump on the table. Very surprisingly. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this. Until next time. Bye-bye.